Hi there, it's Maddie. Today I'm going to be discussing Noah's most recent D&D game, in Ohala. If you don't know who I am or what I'm talking about, this is probably not the video for you. Specifically, what I'm going to be discussing is why Ferdinand is a bad person and he is totally up to something. He's up to something. And I'm going to be drawing at the same time in the background. So I ended up doing a lot of research for this game. I combed through all of my notes for the game so far. I'm not sure if a lot of the statements I'm going to be making are going to hold up because the game isn't over yet. I won't be able to mention everything here, but I will cover some key points. And I have got to say, I'm about to sound like a crazy person, honestly. So, Ferdinand, the illustrious hero of legend, the newly titled Democrat, who is he? A bad person. That's who he is, and he's up to something. Why? Let's discuss. All right, so starting back when Ohala was still known as Han, Ferdinand, an immortal demigod, went to an orphanage which was known to abuse the children there and just picked out a child, which ended up being Joan. He just like picked her like she was like a puppy. They lined up the kids, he walked out, he just picked one. He like adopted a puppy from a puppy mill, and everyone knows that's like you're not supposed to do that. That is bad. Did he like just want a daughter? Was he up to something? It was weird. He clearly knew the people working at the orphanage, so I just think this is pretty suspicious the way he adopted this child. I don't even think paperwork was filed. He just came and took her. Weird. Ferdinand has also expressed racist tendencies. Ugh. He said that slaves should like free themselves and not rely on anyone else to free them, which was like, ugh, don't say that. When Gwyn confronts him about this, he like speaks in a quote, a roundabout philosophical way that is very confusing, end quote. So he does mention his thoughts have changed, but he doesn't really act like it, and he continues to be confusing and talking in roundabout ways, which is very sus. So I don't really believe him, which makes me think he's a bad person. Next, Ferdinand is also a confirmed vegan. So I know being a vegan doesn't make you a bad person, but this does contribute to the idea that he is up to something. Ferdinand is a duck. Are ducks vegan? No, he's up to something. According to the Paws website article 10 Facts About Ducks, quote, ducks are omnivores and will eat grass, aquatic plants, insects, seeds, fruit, fish, crustaceans, and other types of food, end quote. Ducks are not vegan. So therefore Ferdinand should not be a vegan. These are just some small things that are not adding up. Now, it has been confirmed that Ferdinand has been appearing to Gwyn as a giant floating eyeball. Absolutely terrifying. Um, Super weird. In one of the instances, he appears in Gwyn's dream as an eyeball, and she feels a connection to it. When she asks if the eyeball is her dad, he responds, sort of. So it's been clear that he's been trying to observe Gwen and possibly like the entire group, just to like keep an idea of their whereabouts, keep tabs on them. He's been kind of stalkery, which is why I will say Ferdinand is a stalker helicopter parent. As we know in the last game, it was confirmed that Gwen and Ixora's father is Ferdinand, but not in the way you may think. He created Gwen, Ixora, their mother, and their youngest sister, Safina, in a dark, spooky, scary room in his estate with a magic pearl, which for convenience sake I will be calling the Mehen Seed. He basically has this creepy room in his house where he plays God, and he created four individuals. And there were four hollowed out stone pillars in this room, marked with the initials of the individuals he created. Why did he do this? He's up to something. Did he just want a family? Doubt it. He already has a daughter. Remember adopted Joan? Yeah, she became immortal too, and she's just running around. Also doing bad things, but that's for another video. So, like it or not, it is confirmed that Ferdinand is Gwen's father. This is like especially troubling because he has shown himself to be a bad dad. He's just in general a bad person, but he's also a bad dad. He lies to Gwen when she opens up to him about being concerned about her mother's memory block. Her mom is unable to remember the father of any of her children because a magic spell is like preventing her from remembering. So Gwen opens up to Ferdinand. She seeks him out and asks for his guidance and advice. And he just says, "That's not the magic I use, so I don't know what's causing it. That's weird." He's lying. He is the one causing it. He is just lying to her face here, which is insane. While he acts concerned about Gwen's like medical issues, like her seizures, he does things that aren't great. Like he intentionally spills tea on her and he stabs her 42 times in the back with 3 additional clones of himself. You know, like these things are not adding up to be a good father. You may ask yourself, why did he stab Gwen? She did participate in stealing a key, but I mean, come on, do you stab your child repeatedly for shoplifting? No. He's a bad dad. He is a very bad dad. So, kind of going away from the dad thing and more into the he's a bad person thing. If we go back to when the group stole the key, Joan was kind of in the room and she gave some great evil monologue about destroying the country. Um, she commended everyone's efforts on cleaning up Salado, the city where many civilians were killed during a performance or play. Um, which, by the way, we were all there. Who invited Gwen to that play? Ferdinand. She was there. That's where Gwen watched her mother and her younger sister die, and her older sister Xora was also present, but she survived. Is it really a coincidence that all four of his creations were present during the attack? You know, that's a bit of a big coincidence, if you ask me. When Ferdinand attacks the group to try to get the key back that they stole, he doesn't even deny his involvement in the ongoing plans to destroy the country. He's just mad they took the key. And he's mad when they try to call him out about it. It's just, this is so much that I'm going through. Okay, there's like so much evidence going on that something is happening here, but it's hard to pin down what exactly is happening. So, out of all of the bullshit, here is my crazy theory that probably makes no sense, but this is what I got. The previously mentioned Mahin seed, after Ferdinand spills tea on Gwen and forces her to go change, she finds the seed. And she can tell it's magical, but that's it. After her mother and youngest sister die, the group come to a room with that same seed on a pedestal. Now, this is the room that's matching the scary playing God room that he has with the hollowed out like boxes. So here's a quote in Act 2, Part 1. The notes read, quote, "They are led to a floating pearl identical to what Gwen acquired before from Ferdinand's estate. Gwen is able to tell it is a jewel of great importance. She gets the feeling it is incomplete. She can tell there are 4 stages of this jewel, and it is in this second stage." So, why is it suddenly at 2 out of 4 stages? Why not say it's halfway? Why 2 out of 4? Ferdinand has made 4 confirmed creations, Gwen, Ixora, Safina, and their mother, quote. 2 of them have died, leaving 2 remaining. 2 remaining creations, 2 remaining stages of this seed. Is he sacrificing his creations to power up the Mahin seed? I don't know. Is it losing power? Do we need the other 2 alive again? I honestly doubt that. I feel like if anything, it's going to be the other way around. He's sacrificing them. Um, but what's going on? No clue. In short, Ferdinand is bad. He is up to something, but I don't really know what it is, but someone smarter than me will probably figure it out.